Okay, go ahead and do it. There we go. So essentially, what you're going to be doing, you get in the game, you got 10 members, 5 members, 30 members in your guild, it doesn't really matter. We have an alliance, so that's going to make this 10 times better. But you're in the beta. I've seen your members in the beta. You got at least 7 people in the beta, something like that. That's fine. If you have 1, it doesn't matter. You can still do this, and it'll benefit your entire guild. I've been in this active beta this whole time, testing this out, and I didn't even realize it till the last second of how to exploit the beta in a way that they won't change it before launch. It needs to be something that's going to stay, static, something that's going to stay in place that they can't possibly change, that you can exploit and not get in trouble for at the same time. So I've been obsessing over it over and over and over, and I tested it by myself for a while, and I kept starting over at level 1 as if, I was looking for a way how to progress my character the fastest. Started obsessing over the quests. Everyone's going to be memorizing the quests. Where to go, what to do, where's this boss, what do you need to find, where's the location of it. That's all great. That's good. Keep doing it. There's nothing wrong with that. I plan on doing it myself. I've been doing it. But I need something better than that. I need something to get everybody. I'm greedy. I'm a greed whore, so I want to get myself to, the cap and elite PvP as fast as possible. So I'm looking for the most viable way to get to the absolute fastest. I'm still looking for something that'll beat this, but I've not been able to come across it. I'm leveling up 5-10 times faster because it's twinking my character out. So what I've been doing is looking for the Skyshards. They give you the riddles, and the first few are ridiculously easy. You probably already know where like 20 of the locations are. So what I've been doing is I get in game, I get past the required tutorial, whatever quests are absolutely necessary, get a little bit of gold, just enough to where you can, teleport around the map freely, and you start to memorize and search for all the Skyshards. Use your beta opportunity to now I'm doing it all the time, but when you guys get into the beta, just use that opportunity to search for Skyshards. Wherever, all the areas you can go to. Just die and die and die. If you have to die, it doesn't matter. You just want the Skyshard. And when you get 3, obviously you get a skill point. Now imagine you start the beta and you know where the location of 150 Skyshards are. And you start out with a ridiculous amount of skills. You're sitting there with 50 skills in a matter of what can take you only 12 minutes. I got at least 30 to 40 to 50 Skyshards in somewhere between 10 minutes to a half an hour, and I'll try to record it the next time I do it. I was streaming it, and it was just, imagine not even your skills. Your skills are, they're great, but they're set to your level. Imagine stacking passives on your character with skill points. You get something, 1 point, 5% increased crit chance, or 1% increased crit chance per piece of medium armor that you're wearing. 5% crit is a huge bonus, and you're talking 1 skill point. You just stack passives. Now, they require levels, but normally, if you just play this game normally, you do the quests, and you branch off to the Skyshards and the quests equally, you're not memorizing the locations right now. You're finding them later on, which takes a ridiculous amount of time. It'll become more difficult to find them. So if you have a massive amount of people and we all just memorize 150 of them now, it's going to be ridiculously easy. You're going to get an insane amount of Skyshards in 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour tops into this game. You write down, pen and paper, just write down the coordinates, or write down something to help you remind you where that Skyshard is. You post it somewhere where only your guild members know. I don't know if you can even get in trouble for it. As long as you don't show the public what you're writing down. So you share it amongst your guild members, you start the game, and you just go, okay, and you can even make it more complex than that. You can simplify it actually. Just, color which ones are green, which ones are in order. Just make them the closest. Okay, this is the first area, green. Second area, this is the yellow. Go for that. It's going to be, higher level shit, run around. Now, you'll have the skill points. You won't be able to spend them all because your shit requires levels. But it doesn't matter. Because when you get to level 4 or whatever level the passives are at, you unlock multiple passives at the same time. You get passives in your armor, you get passives in your weapons, you passives in each branch of skill, you get passives in everything. You can just get them all. You can just get all the passives you want to get right away. Just all of them. Whereas normally you would only be able to get like one passive or a couple passives, if any passives, because you're trying to buy your skills. You're spending all of them on your skills, trying to get your character by level 10, 15, you're going for your skills, maybe 1 or 2 passives. Well, you're going to have like 10 passives, and you're going to have them maxed, and you're doing 10 times more damage, higher crit, 10 times more life, 10 times just survivability, not life, survivability. Just all, in general, you're twinking your character out, and it's going to take you an hour. Everyone that surpasses you and just, skips by doing the quests and they're level 10 when you're 8, you're going to fly by these people so fast from like 10 to 50, it's going to be insane, because you're going to have all the skills already. You don't need to go look for them. You don't need to do anything. It's done. It's done. All you got to do is just, go in that area, grab 20 skill, and then, spend it pretty much. As you level up, it's done. It's already saved up. You just spend it instantly on all the passives you want to get, that you need, all the skills that you need, all the upgrades that you need, and it's done right there. That's pretty much it. Just write down the coordinates, and my guild as well will do the same. We just share it, and that's it. It's as simple as that. I can't imagine that they're going to change their entire game around so that people can't find that. They're going to have to do a whole bunch of rewriting of where these hints are, and for a hell of a lot of Skyshards. So that's just not going to happen. That's set in stone. Those are not going to change. So that's pretty much it for that. I'm looking for several more. I'm coming up with things that I'm convinced are going to be exploitable as well, but I need to prove it beforehand, because they could turn to shit. So we will see. To add in a few things, there's a lot of things that I know that they're working on that they're not even telling they're telling some of the active beta testers, but they're not telling the temporary beta testers, and they're not even telling half of the active beta testers most of this shit either. They're trying to, like, some example shit. They're telling us very vague things, but they're trying. For example, they've stated publicly housing will not be in at launch. They're trying to surprise you. It's actually, there's a 20% chance it might actually be in on launch. There's a 20% chance. That's coming from a dev. The person who's working on it is saying that there's a 20% chance it'll be in on launch. There's a lot of random shit that they're trying to surprise people with, because they've already shown everyone so much shit. There's a lot of things they're trying to fix, because everyone's complaining about it. I don't know if you noticed, but the jumping in the game sucks balls. So does the first person. And there's a lot of shit that I'm personally beating the shit out of them for. Like, if you go in first person, I noticed this, and I'm very critical, and this is a no-no for me. A big fucking no-no. I went behind a fucking stone wall in first person thinking I'm hidden. Your camera view, it has nothing to fucking do with where your character's head is. Your camera view is coming out your fucking nipples. So I'm thinking, okay, he can't see me. I'm behind this stone wall. I'm good to go. And I'm crouched. The guy can fucking see me. A foot of my character is higher than my camera. So they're fucking first person up even further. Now, they did some great shit with it. It's good. They got some good shit with first person. They got a lot of bad shit. There's almost no real reason to ever go into first person other than to just, get the magical feel of Skyrim, of what we really liked from Elder Scrolls. I wanted them to force first person. Apparently not a lot of people agreed with me, but that's fine. That's fine, get what you want. That's okay. Less hardcore. It's okay. I did not want any sort of lock at all. And they're not listening to that. They're catering. No No getting rid of the lock. Not even the soft lock is good enough for me. But that's okay. As long as they eventually make sure that they promise me that they're gonna take out the nameplates above people's heads, and the targeting. That's the problem for me. The targeting and the nameplates that they're saying could be permanently in the game forever. For players. Even PvE, I don't want it, but they're considering never having nameplates and targeting for players. And if they do it, it's going to make me happy. Another thing they do not tell you, there is no open world combat in Elder Scrolls Online. There is not open world combat. There's no open world PvP. You are in a giant arena. So this is obvious. It's Guild Wars 2. It is exactly Guild Wars 2, but they did it, correctly. Guild Wars 2 is complete garbage, and no one wants to talk about it ever again because it's just a haunting memory. So they're doing things right. Well, the good news, they're wanting to put in sort of open world combat. And it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be not bad. Think WoW, and yes, those are scary fucking words. Again, I also have horrible memories. But okay. Think about they added in WoW, even if you played a server that was not a PvP server, they had the PvP areas. There was an area where there were a bunch of quests in it, and it had PvP in that area. They're planning on doing something like that where all of the factions can go to that area together and PvP, but it's designed for PvE. So it's supposed to be a huge area, so you can just, gank the person in the middle of the quest. Whereas, and you supposedly won't be expecting it. I don't know about that, but I mean, you go into they have quests in Cyrodiil. They have quests. There's gonna be a lot more quests in Cyrodiil, and a whole bunch of more achievements in there, and that's awesome. But it doesn't matter. You're expecting that someone is gonna come by and just rape your character after you spent a bunch of time doing an open dungeon for like 20 minutes. Someone's just watching you from the distance, and they're just like, oh, okay, he's busy on the boss. I kill him, kill the boss, take the shit, and run. They're done. That's, I like that. I like that someone could jump me and ruin the last 20 minutes of my progress. But I'm expecting it now. As soon as I go in there, I'm going to be like, okay, someone's going to try to fuck me over. Someone's going to be sneaking. Someone's going to be watching. They're promising us that the foliage will not be able to be removed. As in, if I'm sneaking in an open field, what the fuck is the purpose of my sneaking if a bunch of just 5 assholes can just sit there 9 miles away just talking to each other, open field, and there's so much grass, there's just no damn way they could ever spot me. Hired my character's helmet. Just, 8 feet high grass, I'm just crawling through it. And they have, they deselect foliage for lag issues. And the grass is now 2 inches high. No. Are you shitting me with that? No. That's not an option. I'm gonna fight that till the day I die. I had better not be sneaking in an open field and there's 5 people. Because if I was one of those 5 people, I'd be like, look at this asshole. Been sneaking up on us for like 23 minutes, just crawling, and he doesn't even know we can see him. It's sad. This is just sad. It's gonna ruin a lot more shit for me. I'll admit that, and a lot of my guild agrees. And we want more hardcore stuff. We want it to be pure skill. We want to be able to use our skill in every way that we can use it. So we're looking for everything to complain about to fix the game and make it better, and we're trying to get a whole bunch of people in the active beta to complain about it, and it's slowly working, very slowly working. Some of them we're being greedy on, but that's okay. So I'm having faith. They're making some progress. There's a whole bunch of shit wrong with the game. We love the game, but there's a whole bunch of shit wrong with it still. Give it time. And I'm pretty sure with what I've been hearing and what they're promising, which could all be lies, Could all be horrible, horrible lies, and they'll make me cry, like every other game company seems to do. But I'm gonna give them a chance. I'm gonna give them a chance. They put first person in the game when it wasn't even gonna be in the game at all. It's not the greatest version of it, but it's in. It's there. I can do it. I can pretend to be, you know, some guy running around in first person and ruin my chances of winning by a good 10%, 20%. But that's okay. I can do it. That's what's made me a little happy. So that's fine. So there's a lot of stuff they're working on. Good amount of secret shit. The customization of your skills. They're talking about some sort of complete revamp of how the progression of the skills is gonna happen. It's already very well customized. I don't know if you noticed, but every time you keep leveling up your skills, every few times you get to make that choice about what of the two you want it to turn into. And you get 2 more, and you get 2 more, and you get 2 more, or a couple more, and you get to keep changing and altering that one skill into something that maybe no one else is going to have. Or, you know, even if they do, they're not going to have the rest of the skills. You have the chances of them having everything that you chose exactly. It's just not going to happen. They're going to be adding in some more of the actual, I don't know if you guys remember this from the series, but the deity decisions. And that's going to be a big one. Some around level 40, I'm hearing. It's going to be big deity decisions that will give you huge stat bonuses. Skill. I don't think they're going to actually tell you what skills it gives you. And I've heard nothing if you can refund it and pick a different deity or whatnot. If you get fucked over, if you pick it and you can't go back, don't know about that. But some about level 40. Supposed to be some sort of deity thing. I don't know if it's in, or if it's something they're saying that they're wanting to be in, and it may never be in. So these are just all bunches of possible bullshit that could be nothing, but these are devs claiming to select few people. I get emails about this constantly. I'm in contact with them. A good amount of us are in contact with them personally. Guild leaders, and not specific press, sort of, but they're not allowed to say it either. But that's you know, NDA. But there's a lot of good stuff, and I will share it with all of you. I got no problem sharing it. So it's gonna be good. I'm loving the game. It's gonna be good. So there you go.